What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamaraly. For those of you who are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. I am a coach, I am an agency owner, I am an e-commerce store owner. I do a lot of things. So I, on my channel here, go ahead and share strategies and helpful, very valuable content that will benefit you and your business if you are a coach, consultant, or an agency owner watching, or even an e-commerce store owner. So if you guys like the sound of that, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this video a huge thumbs up, and be sure to go ahead and turn on your post notifications so that you guys are notified of each and every time that I post, because you guys will not want to miss it. I drop very great value in all my videos, so be sure to go ahead and do that. But without further ado, I am going to be talking about, you guys can probably see already by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about how to find your dream how to find your dream client, or how to identify your dream client, because this is something important. Now, with all of my clients that I speak to, that Jonathan and I speak to within our program, our one-on-one program, the first thing that we hone in on is knowing and identifying your client avatar. You guys might be asking, why is this so important? And I'm pretty sure that you guys hear this literally everywhere, whether it's other gurus on other channels that you guys watch, or if you guys have ever been coached or had another coach, you guys probably know that your ideal client, or finding who your customer client is the one thing that you guys will always, or should always, start with. Why? Because this is going to be and lay out the foundation to every other thing within your business, every other thing within your program, because you cannot, if you are a coach, you cannot continue and create content and create an actual program without identifying who it is that you're going to be speaking to, who it is that you're going to be formulating your content around, their needs, wants, and their desires, because that is what you guys need to be creating content for. You guys need to know who your ideal client is, and that is exactly what I'm going to help you do today within this video. So I'm just going to jump right in to kind of identifying all of this with you guys. Sorry, my dog is whining. She wants to go with Jonathan outside. But so to just jump right in on how to actually identify who your dream client is, or how to identify who you guys really want to work with, is this. So the first thing that I want you guys to really understand is that clients equals traffic. So if you guys do not have clients, that means that you guys do not have traffic coming into your business. And the reason why I say this, and I want you to understand this concept, is because traffic is all the people who are discovering who you are, right? You guys have probably seen this video. I posted it. I'll go ahead and tag it here. It's literally me showing how all of this works. It's that know, like, trust funnel. So in the know factor, it's when you are discoverable. So these people are discovering you, they like your content, and these are all potential clients for you, because obviously if they resonate with your content, they're going to give you a follow because they want to see more of it, right? So that's an influx of traffic coming into your ecosystem, right? They're coming in, and these are potential clients that you guys have just waiting, aligned for you. Now, another thing, sorry if I'm looking down, I have my notes on my phone as always, per usual, but the next thing that I want you guys to understand is that whenever someone purchases a product from you, or purchases or pays for a service that you guys have, they're hoping to get a certain result. So now that you know the concept of clients equals traffic, now the next thing that you guys need to be able to address is the first question: who is your dream customer, right? So what I always like to tell our clients, or what I always like to tell them to do, is really look back to who exactly it was before you started this business, or before you became an expert at whatever it is that you are trying to teach your non-existent audience as of right now, per se, right? So let's say, for example, it was me in my case. So when I think back to it, I was like, oh man, like when I was starting out and before I became a coach, I was really struggling on actually getting clients. Or when I was just as a new coach, I was really struggling on actually attaining clients, and I didn't really know what to do. I kept, watching YouTube videos. I kept, looking at other gurus who were doing exactly what I wanted to do, and trying to like pick apart their content and kind of piece things together. and formulate some sort of strategy and think that by me actually searching YouTube videos and me trying to piece together all these different things and put them together, I was going to figure out the magic sauce, right? The magic part that is kind of allowing all these people to get an inflow of clients, right? So I was like, okay, well, what exactly was it at that time that I did and that I implemented that allowed me to get to my end result, right? So when I think back to that person who I was before the person that I have became today, I think about all these things, right? All the things that I just listed. Oh my God, I was so stressed. I was searching on YouTube. I was searching, on Facebook and on Instagram, and I was, trying to pull out my hair, trying to piece together all these things. I was, broke. I had like one client, but I didn't know how to constantly or consistently get more clients, right? So if you were to do this for yourself, right? If you were a fitness coach, if you were trying to become a fitness coach, or you are a fitness coach and you maybe have one client and you want more, you need to think about that, right? You need to think about what your ideal customer and client is currently going through and what you've been able to do to actually get them to the end result, and think about the person that you once were is essentially who your ideal client is, right? So what I like to say, or I saw this somewhere, it's like you are a product, or your mess becomes your product or your service, right? So what you were struggling with previously, right, is now what your product or a product of what you now service people with. So you need to think back to all the things that you were struggling with before, right? That you were struggling with before, that you were having problems with, and that you really needed help overcoming. And that is essentially who your ideal client is going to be. So I want you to really think about that. I want you to actually write this down onto a piece of paper. And what I also like to tell my clients is that a great way of doing this is knowing and asking questions like, what is my ideal client doing right now? What is he or she doing on a daily basis? What are they telling themselves? What are the phrases that they're saying? What are all those things? Ask yourself these questions and actually write on like a notepad, like a piece of paper. Write everything down. Take note of all of that, because that essentially, you want to build out your dream client. You want to build them out. You want to know them to the T, like the back of your hand. And I know it sounds funny, but it's what's going to do the job. You want to actually put out there, like, how much are they making, or how much do they want to make? What are they telling themselves? What are they saying on a daily basis? What are they doing on a daily basis? What actions do you think that they're doing? What type of, what household are they living in? Are they married? Do they have kids? Do they have a family? Like, what is all of that? You want to write all of that down, because this essentially is who your dream clients are, and you want to work with dream clients. You want to make sure that you know them, because the only people that I tell my clients to accept are people who share the same beliefs and same values with them, because you want to make sure that you are comfortable in the people who you are working with and the people that you are getting into your programs, because the last thing that you want is you want to dread who you are working with. I know that we've all kind of been here in a certain place. I'm pretty sure every single one of us have gone through this. Like, you've had clients, you've gotten clients just because you really needed the money, but at the end of the day, you're not fulfilled. You don't feel like you are doing something correct, and it's because the client that you've chosen and have allowed to come into your program is not who you essentially want to work with. So you want to make sure that you are actually writing out and being specific and to the T on who exactly that person is that you want to work with, because this will be the game changer. This is what is essentially going to make all the difference within your business. Sorry, I have my computer logged in and the screensaver keeps turning off. I have it right in front of my face so that you guys, it makes my face brighter, but anyways. So that is something that I really want you guys to do, especially if you are struggling on knowing who your ideal client is, and this is what's going to make all the difference, because without knowing who this is, you're not going to know who exactly to create content for, what your message is going to be. Because once you know who it is that you want to work with and what their struggles are, you're essentially going to be able to figure out what type of message to put out in front of them, and what type of content and what to say within your content, like in your copy, that's going to attract them, that's going to hit those pain points, that's going to be like, oh my God, like she is talking to me, or he is talking to me. I want to work with her because she knows exactly what I'm going through. And that's because you need to make sure that you are mapping out exactly who your client is and those pain points. Now, the second thing aside from that is you need to make sure, you need to ask your question, okay, well, now that I know who my ideal client is and what they look like, what they're doing, where are they congregating, right? Where are they hanging out? So after you know and have identified who it is that you want to work with and what your ideal clients and customers are, the next thing that you need to do is figure out where they're hanging out, where are they congregating, what platforms is it that they are showing up on, right? So like I said, in my case, I'm using me as an example. I was my ideal client a couple years ago, right? What was I doing? And where was I showing up to retain all my information and try to get help, right? I was showing up on YouTube. I was showing up on Facebook, trying to join Facebook groups. I was showing up on Instagram, using hashtags. I was showing up on Instagram, following all these other, gurus that are doing essentially what I wanted to do. So once you identify where your ideal customer or client is hanging out, you need to then show up on those platforms. Now, I like to say choose one and focus and go all in on one. And then when you have a great success with one platform, move on to the next. I show up on 3. I've been doing it for a couple years now. But like I said, if you're just starting out, focus on one. Focus on one that you maybe resonate with more, that you feel like you can benefit from a lot more. So for example, if you like to make videos, if you love to be on camera, or maybe you're an introvert and you don't like to talk really face to face, even though this is something like, especially if you're a coach, you're gonna need to talk face to face, so you gotta break out of that shell. But for the most part, if you like to be behind the camera, show up on YouTube. If you like to take pictures or create infographics and create, little reels and fun creative stuff, show up on Instagram and so forth and so on. So figure out what platform it is that, your ideal customers are really hanging out in and show up on them. Choose one and show up and go all in. So that is essentially what I want to leave with you guys today. So answer these 2 questions. Who is your dream customer and client that you want to work with? Remember, it's who you want to work with. Map them out, draw them out, answer all those questions, really figure out and be specific when it comes to this. And then the second thing is find out where they're hanging out in and where they are congregating and show up on that platform. So I hope that this was able to help you guys. I hope that this was able to kind of shift your mind and gears to kind of working on figuring out who this ideal client and who this client avatar of yours is. Because like I said, this is the foundations. This lays out the foundations for the entire business, for your entire business model, all the strategies that you're going to be putting in place. Because like I said, if you do not know who you are going to be working with, you do not know what to say to them. You don't know what to build for them. After you know who your ideal client is, you're gonna know what content, what copy, what to say, what your message is, and what to then build out for your program. Because like I said, they are the most important thing. It's your clients first, and knowing exactly who they are, where they're showing up, and what they want is what is going to then build your business for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you guys did, be sure to go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and also comment down below what you guys would like to see next, or if this has helped you. So without further ado, I'm just gonna close this video out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my videos. I will see you guys in my next one.